everybody, welcome to our new festive Two Red Robins launch here at Highlight Crafts. We are bringing you Merry Christmas. Can I hear you all saying it back to me? So this is a super collection. It is a lot of fun and we've got some I love the characters. I love all the Two Red Robins characters, but there's something about our quackers that I do actually really like. So let me just show you. We always know when we've got a cracking collection, and I say this all the time as well, is the samples that we get in. Now, let me introduce you to our little family of animals. Look at these little people. Let me just put that to that side like that. How about this little lot? So, and it's a really super collection because one of the things that we've done this time with this collection is we've given you a wreath, but it's only half a wreath, okay? So then you get the option of using it as just a crescent, or you can make a complete wreath, which is brilliant. So there's a little bit of, I'll show you around that when I show you the demos. So that's one. Look at this, look at this. Look at that as an ornament. Thank you, Lou, for doing this one for us. So a lovely tag. Here you have the houses and the gate. And then obviously she's cadenced this. Within an inch of its life, this has been cadenced. All of this paste and things on here. Isn't it? It really is beautiful. Decoupage elements, again, adding in some of the different pieces. And I like this one as well. So I'm just going to open. Let me just open this up so I know I've opened it up properly. Bear with. There we go. Now look at that for a card. Now this is our, let me just open it. And then we've got a drop down there as well, look, and a drop down there. Look at that. So I'm just going to lift it up to show you. So that is one of the die cuts, okay? So you can actually create this box using the die set, which is just brilliant. So you've got all these little boxes that are all together. And then the really cool thing about this sample is it folds flat, which is brilliant. Love that. So I'm going to save that one. I've got a couple of other samples as well. So I want to go through the board so we can introduce you to the fabulous characters first. So here we have, are we in the middle there, Andrew, for you? Is that better? Here we have Quackers. Hello, Quackers. How good's he? Look. And he's bringing you a little present. He's adorable. One of my favourite characters this year, I think, is just super, super fun. So that's lovely. Quackers. Then moving on to Ted. Well, why would you not want Ted? Isn't he adorable? And again, it's almost like he's been running along and he's got that icy bit and his legs have slipped and it's like, oh, or having him like this, so you can change his orientation. So if I turn that way, a little bit different, but again, fabulous die. This was going to go with all of your Christmas collections and other collections coming up in the year, because just colour in or change the colourway to these white pieces to green. It could be moss on the tree as well. So that's not just a one-time thing. And again, with Quackers, he's got that parcel in his mouth, but it could be a birthday present, not necessarily Christmas. It could be any time of year. So here we have our pine cone spray. And again, decoupaging it up is fabulous. The snippability, as always with Two Red Robins, is just fabulous. So there's our pine cone spray. So there's quite a bit in this particular collection. Now here we have, so I've got that wrong the way around. So let's turn it this way around. Okay. Brilliant this is. So in here, as you can see, you've got your dies and you've got your mats and layers as well. Okay, so you haven't got to worry about that. I know you've got all of these other elements. Now, sorry for leaning forward. I just need to get the die so I can actually show it you properly. Here we are. So just ignore Mr. Quackers at the moment. Let me just slide him off so it doesn't. So your elements are swifted. So our Swift technology means that they're all together. So the little pine cones and things, you're not going to lose any of these pieces. And then on the actual wreath, as it is here, these are decoupage pieces that you can add extra height or just have them as little, make your own little corners and things like that. But the thing about this is that we've given you half of the wreath, which is just fabulous, because then that means better value for money for you guys, and also that slides in there perfectly. So we've used all of the metal, okay? Again, more value for you. And also we've given you the split unity. So that's the split unity die. Just put them together and it will still be a matte layer. So you can now do over the edge dies, whether that be over the top of your die or over the side of your card. And then you've got the actual die element itself, which is all of this. Again, brilliant idea this, just to get, because again, bringing that value down. So we've given you more, okay, for less really, if you think about it that way around. So that is the actual wreath die that's for the collection. Now, moving on to these, we have got the beautiful houses. So it takes a village, and they often say it takes a village to make something, doesn't it? It takes a village to raise a child, etc., because you've got the school and all of that kind of thing. So it takes a village, and these are just beauty. I love the colourway that we've got going on with this. We've given you the little Christmas trees to hide in and out. You can overlap them, and like I showed you in that sample, you can still cut into this and decoupage them. Absolutely, you can. Even though they are just a nested. And again, value for, we've put 2 trees in. We could have given you 1, but we haven't. We've given you 2. And then we've put all the houses nested inside one another. Again, really good value. Love it. Love the artwork. Brilliant. And the fact that you can make that village. So again, lots of different times of year you can actually use that. Now this... Okay, so I'm going to need both of these pieces because the die for this, and again, let's bring this in. There's Mr. Quackers. So this is the die set, okay? This particular die, this here, is what makes, let me move this to one side, the box, okay? Which is brilliant. And I have got some more samples where I can show you how this works. Then you've got the actual piece that actually makes the box, okay? So you can do this sample, remember this one, where you've got lots of different boxes. You just make the boxes and then cut them all down to what size you want, which is just incredible because that is real showstopper, isn't it? It's just fabulous, okay? So you can make things like that, or you can use it that it is like the arch. So you've got a standing arch box, but it's super fun to use this. And then if you cut it out again, you can make a book. Okay, loads of things that you can do with this particular die set, which is just fabulous. So when you get it and you look at it, that's the die that creates, let's say, the card shape as such, which is this. And then all the other elements that are in here. You've got your 2 sensational sentiments, Season's Greetings and Merry Christmas, which are just beautiful. Love those. Then you've got this lovely white picket fence, which is here. This must be one of my favourite trees because it is so easy to cut into this at any point and make it shorter. Okay, and you're also getting those other 2 little trees. And then, as always, the thing that I love about 2 Red Robins is that we're giving you different sizes. Again, you get that perspective. So if you are building an archway with your wreath, you can build in the perspective because you've got a smaller lantern that will work with it. So that then is your think outside the box. See what they've done there? I know, right? So that's all of that particular collection. Now, when we bring you the collections, you also know that we bring you the SVG files now. Now, the SVG files are really important because I'm just going to talk around them. You will get all of the pieces that you've just seen in an SVG file format, and you will get them in 3 sizes. So it's on the size of the die, so your original size that is on there won't have a size on it. There's no size name, but it's original. That one is the same as the die, okay? Then we give you 2 additional sizes to go with that. You're either going to get large and extra large, or you'll get large and a small, okay? It depends on what ratio of the die it is, if they can get you a smaller one, but usually it's a large and an extra large, and they are beautiful. So you're going to get 3 sizes. In addition to those 3 sizes, you also get reversed reflections, so it's flipped. And then on top of all of that, for each of the sizes that you're getting, you also get decoupage elements as well. So we've done all the snipping and the cutting, so the machine's doing all the work for you, and then you're creating your projects. And of course, as always, with the Scan and Cut, you can resize it, okay? You can resize it anyway, but we give you those 3 initial sizes as a starting point, okay? So again, with that die that's the box, you can create that to your heart's content and make a bigger one, which is fabulous. So they're the SVGs. So let's shoot across to the computer and we'll have a little look around the Mcraft Studio element. So here we are. Hello, Mcraft Studio. I love this. Love, love, love this. So I'm just going to make that a little bit smaller because, oops, wrong way. There we go. It just seems a little bit close down here. Now, for all of you that are just new to Mcraft Studio, it's a super, super clever program and it is so simple to use. All of your command keys and everything and your buttons are all across the top. Okay, you've got your text, your overlays, your digital punch, and you've even got the help. So if need be, you can click on help and it takes you through, holds your hand how to actually use the program. So across here gives you different things to happen, and then in each box you've got special buttons to press. My favourite button of all is undo because it takes you back a few steps if you go wrong, and then redo if you go too far. 2 favourite buttons. Down here in the scene building, so this is the Merry Christmas scene building collection. So you have got your crescent, and each piece is then broken down. So each element, which I just love about this, so you've got that little tree. Remember, you've got those houses. So let me bring the house on. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. So we've made that house a little bit bigger, which is beautiful. And then you bring the tree on. And remember, that's only tiny, but it doesn't need to be tiny anymore because we can make it bigger. Okay, so that's the joy and the beauty of having Mcraft Studio. There are no limitations on this really, because you can make the projects that you want to make things bigger and smaller, but it's the scene building that I absolutely adore about this. So you do get quackers, but look, we've taken his present away, so you've got him without, but you've got him with, and then you've got the extra present, so that we've done the work for you. We've snipped out the present, made it a separate file, so you're getting a lot more on here. Again, you've got all of the other pieces. You've got the fence. You have got our lovely little mouse that's on there, and you've got the trees. I'm just going to bring, now look, we've given you 2 colourways. So you've got a green spruce and a spruce that's got white on it, okay, which is fabulous. So wherever we can break it down, such as with the pine cones, we've taken out the berries, etc., because the berries are just there. So we've given you the berries separate, and we break it all down for you. So we've taken the snow off, we've given you the berries. So again, lots of versatility for you to be able to be making the scenes that you want to be making, okay? So I'm going to press undo and let's get rid of everybody that's on there because we don't need any of that. It goes back about 10 places, okay? So the next one that we can actually go down to is the reflections. So these are your printed sheets for your reflections, and by the looks of this, if I bring this on, we've got 2 different colourways, which is fantastic. So we give you the additional colourways with the Mcraft Studio, which is just wonderful. So you've got with and without Christmas on here. Again, fabulous for you to add all your glitter and everything on here, which is phenomenal. So those are actually, if you print those out on, I like to print them out onto 250 GSM. These, however, are your double-sided, okay? So when you print this out, you do have that black line across the middle. All you need to do is score across that black line and fold it in half, and then place your die on whichever side that it actually fits. and run it through your machine. Now, the only ever when I print on something less than 250 is this, when I'm doing my double-sided characters, and then I choose to print it on 140 because once you fold it in half, it's then 280 that you're printing out. So you even get your double-sided. We'll open up the Digistamps because look at this. Oops. You've got all of these, so all of these little characters, so you can create a lovely Digistamp scene and have it that it's a colouring in book. I love that we give you the Digistamps, but one of my favourite things at the moment is I love my pyrography. I've done it for a long time, but I've fallen back in love with it, and to print these off and to transfer these onto any of your wood elements is phenomenal. So all of your Digistamps now you can use with your foiling pen, etc., and you transfer with your graphite paper and use with other systems. So it doesn't have to be with card making. This is up to you how you then use your Digistamps. We also have these incredible scenes. I just love this. There's one of them. But as always, we don't just stop there. We're giving you additional scenes as well. And we've also got the lovely snowy scene. Now, in the scenes, I'm going to bring on this one because we've given it your portrait, we've given it your landscape, and so that's A4, and we've given it you A5 as well. So you've got A4, A5, portrait and landscape. And then in addition to those scenes, we've also given you textured papers, which I love the textured papers because it also, again, just gives you that starting point. But look at the array of colours that you're getting in here. And if I bring this over, you can see that the colour where it's been picked from. Okay, it's there in this image. Okay, let's pull that one forward. You can see where it's been taken from. That one, I'm going to bring this on. That's been taken from here. So all of your backing papers, these lovely textures have all been taken from the imagery that we've got. Okay, so they're going to work beautifully. Again, that might look a bit bright, but it's there on that picture. Okay, fabulous. So you're getting your scene building, your reflections, Digistamp scenes and textures in your Mcraft Studio. So welcome back. Isn't it brilliant that you get all three to be able to work with and make the projects that you want to make? So for me now, being able to have all these three pieces means that you can do cross-purposes crafting. So everything works together. So very quick demo. Put my little pieces to one side. I've got some white cardstock and I might actually just leave it as a big piece. So I've got my, nearly fell off my chair. That'd have been funny. So you've got the snowy scene, and it doesn't matter, you can have it that it's a bit blue in the sky or white, okay? Lovely, love these backing these papers. So again, doesn't matter the orientation, you can have it to one side. So that's one of them. Love this scene, I might actually use this one. And then you get it as the landscape and portrait. And I love the fact that we give you A5 as well. And look at this, just look how that colour palette there, it just totally works with everything that's happening on your imagery. It's beautiful. So whether you want to bring in the snow as well, it's fabulous. Brilliant, brilliant. So I'm going to work with this one. So I am going to go that colour. That was a hard choice. It's when you've got different choices, like decisions. Okay, so I've got a piece of white cardstock. I'm just going to trim down like so. And there. Take those edges off because I want it to be able to fit. Okay, I'm happy with that. It's not going to go in that way. However, it will if I chop it down. Like so. Keep that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my picture. But before I actually chop into my picture, I'm going to do a little bit of fussy cutting. So I'm going to look at what I've got here and which part of my image am I wanting. Do I want to stay that side or this side? I want this side, so I'm going to chop it down here. About there. So I'm going to take that off, but I'm not going to get rid of it. That is now going to be a DL card. Take some of that white away. Again, I need to take some more of that white. I'm going to take it to the base of the trees because it makes it a little bit easier. There we go. And then take the white across the top, because our printer isn't edge to edge, and I know a lot of your printers won't be edge to edge either. So that gives me, look at that, I've got my scene straight away. Now I've got all the other elements ready for me to actually work with. So I've got my wreath, I've got my extra houses, which is what I'm going to go with. So I'm going to pull my houses out like so. Have I got some of the little ones? Maybe. I'm not good. Well, I am actually. I wasn't, but I am now. So some of these houses are now going to go back in, okay? And how easy is it now to build up on this, okay? So I put this onto tape. So I'm now building layers of the street, okay? Because they're in the background. Built a new street front. And I've got my little trees, and I want this little house here. Because that little house, it reminds me of, the film will come to me in a minute, Stuart Little, where the house is in the street and it's a tiny little house, like that. Okay, I know I've just covered my tree up, but I'm not bothered because I can put more trees back in. So that's created my scene. And then obviously the little houses I'm going to place wherever I need them. However, I'm going to pull these out because to add to my scene, I want... Where's the other lamps? There we go. My lamps. So I'm going to put some different lamps in. Like so. So now I've pushed all the houses back because the lamps are in the foreground. I'm going to put in a gate because the gate doesn't need to be gate to a property. This can be the gate to the park. Yeah, so I've now got a park. I've got my street lamps. Yeah, I've got my house. And then I've got my lovely little quackers, and she's had a wander, or he. Quackers can be either little girl or little boy, can't we? Can it be whatever we want, really? He is now, or she is at the front, okay? And then I'm going to take my wreath, because I'm building a picture. This isn't a card, I'm building a picture. And then I would get all my Cadence glitter, and anything that's shiny would then go on here, because you can then have some corners on here. Doesn't have to be. So all I've done is put a fold in there and turned it into a corner. Put a fold in there and I've turned that into a corner. And oh, there we are. And then I can bring in some of my snowflakes, because my snowflakes don't have to be on here. They can be in amongst, actually floating down. And then I can add in, covering up some of the bits where I've made my crease. I can add and then cover up some of the workings like so, and build up those two corners. So that would give me a really super Christmas picture. But if you moved it all to one side, you would then get a photograph in there as well, and then that would become a Christmas journal page. So super quick demo, but how easy is it to work with that collection? That it just comes together so easily. And that's because sometimes it's easier with the jumping off point of having that little background. I could have taken all that out and used that lovely snowy scene instead and built a wreath. But a lot of people have used the wreath, so I thought I'd do something a little bit different. So I'm going to pop that in there, move this to one side because I just want to share with you some more of the samples because they are just incredible. And it's a shame when, you know, we've got all these lovely samples and you don't really get to see them close up. Now, sorry for me, look at this. Super cute. So we've got all our lovely little characters. Aren't they adorable? Love them. Look at this. So that is very, love that. Beautiful. We've got the snow in there as well. So I'm just going to go like that so you can see it snowing. How beautiful is that? Lovely, lovely card. Very, very simple as well. It's just an aperture. It's got the scene in it, a couple of the houses, and then we've got quackers and the lantern with Merry Christmas. That greeting is stunning. And then finally, there we go. Look at that. Oh, can I please show this one, Andrew? Sorry, I really do need to show this one. Because look at this. Open that up and open that up. Look at that. It's the whole scene. Can you imagine that being on your mantelpiece? Isn't that just phenomenal? So the little mouse this time is actually within the scene. Is with the little quackers. So beautiful samples. I hope that's giving you lots of inspiration to start using your collection. It is phenomenal. Again, so that was our Highlight Crafts lovely new 2 Red Robins Merry Christmas collection. Thank you for joining me and we'll see you all again soon. You take care. Bye.
If you would like to see more from Highlight Crafts, make sure you click the like button. Subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below. And click the bell icon to receive notifications on all our future content. You can also click here to see our latest video or click here to see more videos like this one.